back to the Sierra and Crew channel. On this channel, we do a design project every month, and in between there, since design projects take some time, you get to know me and my kids and my parenting journey. Today, we're actually going to talk about books. There are so many books in the bookstore. Which ones do you get? Which ones are your kids going to actually like? Hopefully, I can help with that. If you're interested, keep on watching. This is Rosalie's favorite book. Why do you like it, Rosalie? It's kind of hard to gauge favorite books for kids this age, but basically if they ask for it on repeat, then I consider it a favorite. Okay, Margot, go get your favorite book. This is Margot's very favorite book. I do have to say we got the cheap version of this book, so like not every page has sequins, which is kind of sad that the front page does, which is very important. I think that's her favorite part of this book, the sequins. See, like this page, no sequins, lame. Another page with no sequins. Finally, fairies. Got a page with sequins. I would have to say these are Margot's very favorite books. A lot of them are pretty interactive, which is I think why. This is such a cute book. It talks about sharks, and you can count the sharks, and you can feel the different textures of the sharks. It's super cute. It doesn't have a lot of, well, besides counting, it doesn't have a lot of like learning opportunities, but she loves this book, Buzz Buzz Baby, and this talks about insects and has like little flaps for you, and it's kind of a really simplistic book, but she really enjoys lifting the flaps and learns about the different types of insects that there are. This one's so silly. We got this from a thrift store. It's a English-Spanish book where about Frozen. It's about Olaf waiting for spring. Pretty cool. So it has like the English in purple and then the Spanish in black, which is interesting. I would wish I learned how to speak Spanish, but I don't know how, and my husband does, and I'm not a very good learner, I guess. Or he's not a good teacher, one or the other. Yeah, this is Frozen. You want to read this one? Okay. This is one of Margot's all-time favorites. Go Dog Go by Dr. Seuss.
I want to read this.
To read this one?
Yeah.
This used to be one of Rosalie's very favorite books too. As a matter of fact, she'd sit here and she pretty much had it memorized. She'd turn the page and say a lot of the words that are in the page. But this one's super fun. I don't know if it's about dogs or because it's Dr. Seuss or what. All right, last one for Margot. This has to be definitely one of her tops. Can she read, like sit through and read the whole thing? Not necessarily. She loves the story though and asks for it all the time. I'm not sure if it's like the animation. I'm not sure if it's because we've watched the movie, but she loves it. All right, let's talk about your favorites. So, we've got a big pile of favorites here. She's been asking for this book a lot. I Love You Forever, and it took her a really long time to get interested in this. She wasn't interested in this book until very recently, which is kind of funny because she like it's a hard book. Here you go, Rosalie. The Pout Fish. This is a classic. She was reading this book all the time before Margot was born, which is why it was stuck in my head during labor and delivery, and I talk about that in one of my parenting videos if you guys are interested in watching. And this book is hilarious. I really like reading it. It's very rhythmical. It's not too boring, even reading it like every night. And then we get into a solid Dr. Seuss couple of books. We already talked about this one, Dr. Seuss's ABC. She loves this book. Green Eggs and Ham. She loves like guessing the rhymed words. Like it talks about would you like it in a house? Would you like it with a, and she'll say mouse. Do Do you remember this part? I would not, could not in the rain, not in the dark, not in a train, not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a
Fox.
I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them. So she really likes this book. It's really cute. Then there's The Cat in the Hat. Classic. Not the movie, but the book. And we really like reading this one. Do you know why you like reading this one, Rosalie?
Yeah.
Or do you like reading it?
Yes.
Yes is the answer. Then we get into Fancy Nancy. I bought a lot of these books from the thrift store for like $1. Highly recommend. You can like microwave them for like a minute. We tried other Fancy Nancy's and they're just like not up to par with Fancy Nancy and the Mermaid Ballet. I don't know if it's because it talks about dancing or what, but she loves this book. You want to read it?
Yeah.
This one I highly recommend. Clearly by the cover it talks about being a big sister, and Rosalie likes inserting her name and Margot's name into here, and I think that's why she likes it, honestly, because she is a big sister and she can identify with this book. These books have been like solid favorites through them being kids, like little babies, I mean, to now. And this probably has to do with having flaps. This have to do with flaps and animals. This one, Brown Bear, combines colors and animals. So you go through and you talk about each color and the animal very simplistically, and my kids still like it. And then this one, Dear Zoo, super classic. We've like definitely torn off some of the flaps. That's how you know that we really like this book. I highly recommend any of the books that have flaps. Kids just love opening them, and when they're really little, their attention span pretty much lasts until you open the flap, and that's it. So this one, Where is Spot? High favorite, talks about animals. You can like learn about animals in here. Pika Flap Moo takes like a little bit more patience. There's like more words to read and like lots of words to read, but you can go through and identify the animals. This has been a really good one. Okay, this one, if you are into making sure your kids are learning a lot, I love this book. Okay, these are my top 3 books if you want to learn, if you want to have your kids learn. This one is like super awesome. We go through it. Okay, you can have to sit on the side if you want to read the book because I'm using my hands, okay? This one, it talks about like literally everything. It talks about getting dressed, going to the park, eating meals like food, things at home, bath time, bedtime, animals. So we love to go through this book, and even if she couldn't talk yet, I would ask her like, where's the puppy, and see if she could point to it, because she knows what a puppy is even if she can't say the word. So then we'd get like really good at identifying by like listening, and then she would also be able to, well, I would go through and ask like, what's this? And she would try the word, socks. When they're younger though, a more simplistic version of sort of this are these books by Jimmy Fallon. I never thought I'd recommend books by Jimmy Fallon, but these are really cute. This goes through and does animal sounds with every animal, and that's really fun because usually you just practice like auditory, but this is connecting like a picture of the animal, and then you're making the sound. It's not like a button that they press. I don't know, I feel like it uses a different part of their brain. And then, to solidify that further, this book, Everything is Mama by Jimmy Fallon, it goes through and it gives like very simple words, like the mom's trying to teach the baby a simple word, like this one's son, and the baby just says, Mama. So you go through and you learn these other words that are very simple, and my kids, so like hat. Hat was one of the first words that they were able to say in this book, and shoes, because that's like a daily thing. But slowly we would add different words to the vocabulary just because of this silly little book. So I love these 3 books when it comes to learning. Everything is Mama by Jimmy Fallon. Your Baby's First Word Will Be Dada by Jimmy Fallon, and Words. I think this one, I found it like Walmart or something. Last category, these are books that my kids don't actually necessarily care about. If you're buying books that you care about, but you're not really banking on your kids wanting to read, but maybe something you'll read to them throughout their lifetime, these books are so good. They're by Nancy Tillman, The Crown on Your Head, and I'd Know You Anywhere, My Love. I don't think these are the most popular of her books, but they're my favorites because they put into words these feelings that I feel about being a mom, talking to their kid. Like, I wish I could come up with these words when I am talking to my kids. And the second best thing is I can read her words when I'm talking to my kids and tell them that I feel that way too. And these totally made me cry, tear up. I couldn't believe she just has such a gift. We've got quite an assortment of books here, and I mean, my kids will tell you, except for those 2 books at the end, those are sentimental for me, not necessarily for my kids. They're the ones that pick these out. They are random, and they love them. We read books every night. We read these particular books just like over and over and over again. Hopefully this helps you with any sort of recommendations that you might need. You know, I definitely recommend these 3 books for learning. I recommend these 2 books for sentimental purposes for mom. And then all of the other books, they're so random, but clearly Dr. Seuss is a winner. And anything interactive like sequins or flaps, the kids love. And I love if it actually teaches them something, like about an animal. So, well, that's a wrap, guys. Got a million books out that I've got to put away now. Awesome. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.